Achoo, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the podcast. Before we dive into today's briefing, I want to take a quick second to say a massive thank you to everyone who has been dropping comments and positive feedback in the comments. Your support keeps this channel running and ensures that the critical updates that we all want to hear about Indigenous news gets out there. If you appreciate what we're doing, please smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this episode with a friend. Let's get into it, shall we? Today is Friday. We made it. Friday, July 10th, 2026. And this is your daily news briefing on tribal sovereignty and policy updates. We begin in New Mexico, where a shocking new investigation has exposed deep inequities in public education. According to Native News Online, the New Mexico Department of Justice revealed that Native American students in the Gallup-McKinley County School District face significantly harsher punishments than their peers. In fact, Native students lose 8 to 10 times more school days than out-of-school suspensions than white students. Now, why does this matter? For tribes, these discriminatory practices directly feed the school-to-prison pipeline and disrupt academic success. For sovereignty, it means everything. Tribal nations cannot fully build their future workforce or exercise true educational self-determination when external public school systems systematically disadvantage Native youth. Moving northwest to Alaska, local tribes are demanding respect. According to Native America Calling, the Tlingit and Haida tribes, along with the Ketchikan Indian community, are launching new initiatives urging tourists to stop mocking sacred cultural symbols like totem poles. At the same time, the tribes are taking action at home, creating care packages to support local unhoused residents. Now, this matters to tribes because it protects cultural heritage from exploitation while directly addressing community welfare. It impacts sovereignty because managing how external visitors interact with ancestral homelands and looking after your own people are fundamental sovereign acts. Next, we dive into the energy infrastructure and utility sovereignty. First up, a massive win for independent power. According to Buffalo's Fire, the Pesquinta Band of Nomlaki Indians in Northern California has partnered with energy tech company OATI to build a massive multi-site solar and battery microgrid system. This project brings a massive 4.5 megawatts of solar power and 21 megawatt hours of battery storage to the community. This matters to the tribe because it keeps the community powered independently during local utility grid outages and slashes peak energy costs. For sovereignty, this is the blueprint. It actively builds energy sovereignty by establishing a completely independent, tribally owned utility, slashing reliance on outside people. Meanwhile, in Arizona, the fight for environmental safety continues. According to Native News Online, Navajo Nation leaders recently met in the community of Cove to review uranium cleanup progress. Tribal leaders strongly demanded higher accountability and tighter safety parameters from federal oversight agencies. This matters because decades of toxic mining have contaminated tribal lands and water resources, directly threatening human health. This is a direct exercise of water and land sovereignty, affirming that federal cleanup efforts must answer directly to tribal leadership, not the other way around. And on the federal policy front, national tribal organizations are pushing for major financial reforms. According to the National Congress of American Indians and the National Center for American Indian Enterprise Development, the policy brief, a coalition of major Native organizations, is fighting for the passage of the Tribal Tax and Investment Reform Act. They are demanding that federal agencies stop treating tribal energy programs as double dipping when using federal clean energy funds. This matters to tribes because it would allow tribal governments to issue tax-exempt bonds exactly like state governments, opening massive financial streams for local infrastructure. For sovereignty, this is about legal equity, treating tribal nations as true sovereign governments rather than commercial entities, allows them to effectively fund public safety, housing, and utilities. In tribal sports in Hollywood this morning, we have some incredible representation to celebrate. According to the Navajo Nation Office of the President and Vice President, Navajo actor and filmmaker Ryan Begay is drawing immense praise for his authentic portrayal of the historic Seneca leader, Tenochtitlan, in the new feature film Young Washington. The movie just opened at the top of the live-action box office. This matters because having native actors portray vital historical figures ensures indigenous narratives are never whitewashed or pushed to the sides of history. And in sports, according to the Native America Calling, a new wave of young Native jockeys is dominating racetracks across the country. This follows the celebrated 68-year career and retirement of legendary Oglala Lakota horseman Fred Okafe. It honors a deep multi-generational cultural relationship with horses while driving modern athletic excellence. All right, turning to the weather forecast for this weekend, according to the National Weather Service and the Storm Prediction Center, severe conditions are threatening tribal lands. Dangerously hot conditions are lingering across the southern United States, with heat indexes reaching up to 110 degrees, posing extreme risk for tribes in the southeast. Meanwhile, intense thunderstorms and severe flood watches are tracking through mid to western regions, bringing damaging 60-mile-per-hour winds and flash flooding. All right, finally looking ahead here, there are three major upcoming events for tribal leadership. First, the Railroads in Native America Forum is happening this week, July 10th through the 12th in Sacramento, California, hosted by the Shingle Springs Band of Miwok Indians. You can find information through the California State Railroad Museum. Next, the 2026 Tribal Lands and Environmental Forum will take place August 17th through the 20th in Oklahoma City. It's a hybrid event hosted by the Institute for Tribal Environmental Professionals, focusing on land sovereignty and climate resilience. And mark your calendars for October 5th through the 8th for the 2026 National Tribal Infrastructure Coordination Conference in Reno, Nevada. Hosted by the Indigenous Resilience Center and ITEP, this hybrid event is vital for leadership focused on utility sovereignty and water infrastructure financing. All right, that is your briefing for this morning, Friday, July 10th, 2026. If you found this update valuable, please do me a huge favor. Like this video, share it on your socials, and subscribe to the podcast so you never miss a daily briefing. Aichka, thank you so much for watching. Keep standing strong for sovereignty, and we'll see you right here again on Monday morning. Have a great weekend, everybody.